कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्णा हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे. Hare Krishna, dear devotees and pranams. Thank you for joining in for our Chaitanya Charitamrita study session. So today we will continue with chapter number 2 of Adi Leela of Chaitanya Charitamrita. We are on chapter number 2. Jaya Jaya Shri Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda Jaya Dvaita Chandra Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Jaya Jaya Shri Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda Jaya Dvaita Chandra Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Jaya Jaya Shri Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda Jaya Dvaita Chandra Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. ओम ज्ञानतिमिरन्दस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनाशलाकया चक्षुरोन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः. नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्तस्वामिनिति नामिने. नमस्ते सारस्वते देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेषशून्यवादी पाश्चात्यदेशतारिणे. नमो महावदन्याय कृष्णप्रेम प्रधायते कृष्णाय कृष्णचैतन्य नाम्ने गौरद्विषे नमः. पञ्चकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपासिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः. जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंदा श्री अद्वैत गदाधार श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंदा. हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे. गुरवे गौरचन्द्राय राधिकाये तडालये कृष्णाय कृष्णभक्ताय तद्भक्ताय नमो नमः. मूकं करोति वाचालं भङ्गुं लङ्घयते गिरिं यत्कृपातमहं वन्दे श्रीगुरून् दिनतारिणं परमानन्दमाधवं श्रीकृष्णचैतन्यमीश्वरं. हरिः ओम तत्सत्. Hare Krishna. So we are reading from Chaitanya Charitamrita chapter 2 of the Adi Leela. We are continuing from verse number 85. So all these, the entire section of these verses are talking about how Krishna is Moola Narayana. Right? Krishna is the source of all the various forms of Vishnu, the various forms of Narayana. And we also saw how Purusha Avatara, Leela Avatara, Guna Avatara, Manvantara Avatara, Shaktivish Avatara, and Yuga Avatar. They are all different emanations and parts and parcels of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Lord Sri Krishna. So let's continue from verse number 85 of Chaitanya Charitamrita, chapter number 2 of Adi Leela. नारायण अंशीये स्वयं भगवान तेह श्री कृष्ण ऐचे करिता व्याख्यान. Synonyms: Narayana, Lord Narayana; Amshi, the source of all incarnations; Yehu, Swayam Bhagavan, himself the Supreme Personality of Godhead; Tenha, he; Shri Krishna, Lord Shri Krishna; Aiche, in such a way, Karita would have made Vyakhyana, explanation. Translation: thus he would have said, Narayana, the source of all incarnations, is the original personality of Godhead. He has appeared as Lord Sri Krishna. Brahma Pramada Vipralipsa Karana Patava Arsha Vignya Vakye Nahi Doshaye Sabha. Brahma, mistakes; Pramada, illusion; Vipralipsa, cheating; Karana Apatava, imperfectness of the senses; Arsha, of the authoritative sages; Yajnavakye, in the wise speech; Nahi, not; Dosha, faults; these Sabha, all; these Sabha, all. Mistakes, illusion, cheating, and defective perception do not occur in the sayings of the authoritative sages. Purport: Srimad Bhagavatam has listed the avatars, the plenary expansions of the Purusha, and Lord Krishna appears among them. But the Bhagavatam further explains Lord Krishna's specific position as the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Since Krishna is the original personality of Godhead, reason and argument establish that his position is always supreme. Had Krishna been a plenary expansion of Narayana, the original verse would have been differently composed. Indeed, its order would have been reversed. But there cannot be mistakes, illusion, cheating, or imperfect perception in the words of the liberated sages. Therefore, there is no mistake in the statement that Lord Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. The Sanskrit statements of Srimad Bhagavatam are all transcendental sounds. Srila Vyasadeva revealed that these statements after perfect realization, and therefore they are perfect, for liberated sages like Vyasadeva never commit errors in their rhetorical arrangements. Unless one accepts this fact, there is no use in trying to obtain help from the revealed scriptures. Brahma refers to false knowledge or mistakes, such as accepting a rope as a snake or an oyster shell as gold. Pramada refers to inattention, your misunderstanding of reality. And Vipralipsa is a cheating propensity. Karanapatava refers to imperfectness of the material senses. There are many examples of such imperfection. The eyes cannot see that which is very distant or very small. One cannot even see his own eyelid, which is the closest thing to his eye. And if one is disturbed by a disease like jaundice, he sees everything to be yellow. Similarly, the ears cannot hear distant sounds. Since the personality of Godhead and his plenary portions and self-realized devotees are all transcendently situated, they cannot be misled by such deficiencies. So, as jivas, as human beings, we are all subject to 4 kinds of defects. Right? Even in Bhagavad Gita, Prabhupada explains what are those 4 defects. One is we have the tendency to commit mistakes. We have the tendency to commit, we have cheating propensities. We have imperfect senses, and we are always under illusion. Right? Karana Patava, that means imperfectness of the material senses. Right? We cannot hear beyond a certain decibel, or we cannot hear below a certain decibel. Right? We cannot see our own eyelids. Like Prabhupada gives an example here. We cannot see our own eyelids. Right? And we commit mistakes. Brahma. Right? Brahma means we are under illusion, because of which we commit certain mistakes. Pramada means we don't understand things properly, because we are under some kind of illusion. And then Vipralipsha means we have cheating propensity. So these making mistakes, having this cheating propensity, being under illusion, and also having imperfect senses. These are the 4 defects of human beings, right? And that is why the Supreme Lord is transcendental. The Supreme Lord means also includes his pure devotees. The Supreme Lord and his pure devotees, the sages, they cannot be subject to these 4 defects, because they are transcendental. They are situated just like the Lord. And hence we should always look to Guru, Shastra and Sadhu. Dharmam tu sakshat Bhagavat pranitam. Shastra is words of God, and Bhagavan is the Supreme Lord himself. Guru, Shastra and Sadhu, right? Guru and Sadhu are those who live by the principles of Bhagavatam, and hence they are also transcendental to the 3 modes of material nature by the grace of the Supreme Lord. Alright, let's move ahead. Text number 87. विरुद्धार्थ कह तुम्ही कहिते कर रोष तोमारा अर्थे अविमृष्ट विदेयांश दोष. विरुद्ध अर्थ, contrary meaning. Kaha, say. Tumi, you. Kahite, pointing out. Kara, you do. Rosa, anger. Tomara, your. Arthe, in the meaning. Avimrishta videya amsha, of the unconsidered predicate portion. Dosha, the fault. Viruddha artha means contrary meaning. Translation: you say something contradictory and become angry when this is pointed out. Your explanation has a defect of a misplaced predicate. This is an unconsidered adjustment. Yara bhagavata haite anyera bhagavata swayam bhagavana shabdera tahate isata. Yara, of whom, Bhagavata, the quality of being the Supreme Personality of Godhead, haite, from, anyera, of others, Bhagavata, the quality of being the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Swayam Bhagavana Shabdera, of the word Swayam Bhagavan, tahate, in that, satta, the presence. Only the personality of Godhead, the source of all other divinities, is eligible to be designated Swayam Bhagavan, or the primeval Lord. Deepa haite yaiche bahu deepera jvalana Mula eka deepa taha kariye ganana. Deepa, a lamp, haite, from, yaiche, just as, bahu, many, deepera, of lamps, jvalana, lighting, mula, the original, eka, one, deepa, lamp, taha, that, kariye, I make, ganana, consideration. When from one candle many others are lit, I consider that one to be original. The Brahma Samhita chapter 5 verse 46 states that the Vishnu Tattva, or the principle of the absolute personality of Godhead, is like a lamp, because expansions equal their origin in all respects. A burning lamp can light innumerable other lamps. And although they will not be inferior, still the lamp from which the others are lit must be considered original. Similarly, the Supreme Personality of Godhead expands himself in the plenty forms of the Vishnu Tattva. And although they are equally powerful, the original powerful personality of Godhead is considered the source. This example also explains the appearance of qualitative incarnations like Lord Shiva and Lord Brahma. According to Jiva Goswami, Sambho Sutamo Dishtanatvat Kaja Lamaya Sukshma Deepa Shikha Sthaniyasya Tatha Samyam. The Shambhu Tattva, or the principle of Lord Shiva, is like a lamp covered with carbon because of his being in charge of the mode of ignorance. The illumination from such a lamp is very minute. Therefore, the power of Lord Shiva cannot be compared to that of the Vishnu principle. Text number 19. तैचे सब अवतारेर कृष्ण से कारण आर एक श्लोक शुना कुव्याख्या खंडना. Synonyms. Taichi in a similar way, Saba all, Avatarera of the incarnations, Krishna, Lord Krishna, say he, Karana the cause, Ara another, Eka one, Shloka verse, Shuna please hear, Ku Vyakya fallacious explanations, Kandana refuting. Krishna, in the same way, is the cause of all causes and all incarnations. Please hear another words to defeat all the misinterpretations. Atra sargo visargascha sthanam poshanamit uttayah manvantarashena kutkatha nirodha muktirashrayah dashamasya vishuddhyartam navanam iha lakshanam varnayanti mahatmanaha shrutenarthena chanjasa. Atra in Srimad Bhagavatam, Sarga, the creation of the ingredients of the universe, Visarga, the creations of Brahma, Cha and Sthanam, the maintenance of the creation, Poshanam, the favoring of the Lord's devotees, Utayaha, impetuses for activity, Manvantara, prescribed duty is given by the Manus, Ishanukataha, description of the incarnations of the Lord, Nirodha, the winding up of creation, Muktihi, liberation, Ashraya, the ultimate shelter, the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Dashamasya of the 10th, the Ashraya, Vishuddhi Artham for the purpose of perfect knowledge, Navanam of the 9, Iha here, Lakshanam the nature, Varnayanti described, Mahatmanaha the great souls, Shrutena by prayer, Arthena by explanation, Cha and Anjasa direct. Here in Srimad Bhagavatam, 10 subject matters are discussed. What are those? The creation of the ingredients of the cosmos, the creations of Brahma, the maintenance of the creation, special favor given to the faithful, impetuses for activity, prescribed duties for law-abiding men, a description of the incarnations of the Lord, the winding up of the creation, liberation from gross and subtle material existence, and the ultimate shelter, Ashraya, of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. The 10th item is the shelter of all the others. To distinguish this ultimate shelter from the 9 other objects, the Mahajanas have described these 9 directly or indirectly through prayers or direct explanations. Purport. These verses from Srimad Bhagavatam 2.10.1 to 2 list the 10 subject matters dealt with in the text of the Srimad Bhagavatam. Of these, the 10th is the substance and the other 9 are categories derived from the substance. The 10 subjects are as follows. Sarga, the first creation by Lord Vishnu, the bringing forth of the 5 gross material elements, the 5 objects of sense perception, the 10 senses, the mind, the intelligence, the false ego, and the total material energy or universal form. Visarga, the secondary creation or the work of Brahma in producing the moving and unmoving bodies in the universe Brahmanda. Sthana, the maintenance of the universe by the personality of Godhead Lord Vishnu. Vishnu's function is more important and his glory greater than Brahma's and Lord Shiva's. For although Brahma is a creator and Lord Shiva is a destroyer, Vishnu is the maintainer. Poshana, special care and protection for the devotees by the Lord. As a king maintains his kingdom and subjects, but nevertheless gives special attention to the members of his family. So the personality of Godhead gives special care to his devotees who are souls completely surrendered to him. Uti, the urge for creation or initiative power. That is the cause of all inventions, according to the necessities of time, space, and objects. Manvantara, the period controlled by the Manus, who teach regulative principles for living beings who desire to achieve perfection in human form of life. The rules of Manu, as described in the Manu Samhita, guide the way to such perfection. Ishanu Katha, scriptural information regarding the personality of Godhead, his incarnations on earth, and the activities of his devotees. Scriptures dealing with these subjects are essential for progressive human life. Nirodha, the winding up of all energies employed in creation. Such potencies are emanations from the Supreme Personality of Godhead, who eternally lies in the Karana ocean. The cosmic creations manifested with his breath and again dissolved in due course. Mukti, liberation of the conditioned souls, engaged by the gross and the subtle coverings of body and mind. When freed from all material affection, the soul, giving up the gross and subtle material bodies, can attain the spiritual sky in his original spiritual body and engage in transcendental loving service to the Lord in Vaikuntha Loka or Krishna Loka. When the soul is situated in his original constitutional position of existence, he is said to be liberated. It is possible to engage in transcendental loving service of the Lord and become Jivan Muktaha, a liberated soul, even while in the material body. Ashraya, the transcendence, the Samambonam, from whom everything emanates, upon whom everything rests, and in whom everything merges after annihilation. He is the source and support of all. The Ashraya, also called the Supreme Brahman, as in the Vedanta Sutra, Atato Brahma Jignasa, Janmadiyasiyataha. Srimad Bhagavatam especially describes the Supreme Brahman as the Ashraya. Shri Krishna is this Ashraya, and therefore the greatest necessity of life is to study the science of Krishna. Srimad Bhagavatam accepts Sri Krishna as the shelter of all manifestations because Lord Krishna, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, is the ultimate source of everything, the supreme goal of all. Two different principles are to be considered herein. What are the two principles? Ashraya and Ashrita. Two different principles are considered. So, what are the two principles? Ashraya, the object providing shelter, and Ashrita, the dependents who are requiring shelter. The Ashrita exists under the original principle, the Ashraya. The first 9 categories described in the first 9 cantos of Srimad Bhagavatam, from creation to liberation, including the Purusha avatars, the Leela avatars, the incarnations, the marginal energy or living entities, and the external energy or material world, are all called Ashrita. Even the incarnations of Purusha avatars are also Ashrita. So, Ekala Ishvara Krishna. The original Ashraya is only Lord Sri Krishna. The prayers of Srimad Bhagavatam, however, aim for the Ashraya Tattva, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Lord Sri Krishna. The prayers of Srimad Bhagavatam, however, aim for the Ashraya Tattva, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Sri Krishna. The great souls, expert in describing Srimad Bhagavatam, have very diligently delineated the other 9 categories, sometimes by direct narrations and sometimes by indirect narrations such as stories. The real purpose of doing this is to know perfectly the absolute transcendence Sri Krishna for the entire creation, both material and spiritual, rests on the body of Sri Krishna. Wow, this is so wonderful. So this is also talking about the 10 subject matters of Srimad Bhagavatam. Right? We all know what are the 10 subject matters, isn't it? First is Sarga. Sarga is the first creation by Lord Vishnu. Second is Visarga. Visarga is the creation by Lord Brahma. That is a secondary creation. Right? And the third is Sthana. Sthana means maintenance of all the universes. We all know Brahma is a secondary creator and Lord Shiva is the annihilator, whereas the maintenance is done by Lord Vishnu. It is very easy to start something, right? It's very easy to start something, and it is very easy to give up, to not do that, right? It is very easy. It's easier to give up something rather than to really start something. But more difficult than even starting something or even giving up something is to maintain it. And that maintenance function is being carried out by Lord Sri Vishnu. And that maintenance of the entire universe is called Sthana. And then Poshana. Poshana means care and concern and love and protection, right? For the devotees of the Lord. That's why the Lord is called Bhakta Vatsala. The Lord is called Bhakta Vatsala because the Lord protects the devotees. Yoga Kshemam Vahamiham. For the pure devotees of the Lord protects what the devotee already has, and the Lord carries what the devotee lacks. Right? The Lord specially gives care to those devotees who are completely surrendered to Him. Machittamad-kata prana-bodhayanta parasparam katayantascha mam-nityam tushyanti cha ramanti cha. To those devotees who are always engaged in worshipping the Supreme Lord, glorifying the Supreme Lord, preaching the message of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, practicing Krishna consciousness, to them, right? Krishna is a special, Krishna provides a special care and attention, right? Krishna says, Samoham Sarva Bhuteshu. Krishna is saying, I'm equal to all the living entities. But Krishna is especially favorably disposed to his devotees, right? That's why he says, Kaunteya Pratijanihi. name bhaktah pranashyati. Right? He especially tells, O Kaunteya, O son of Kunti, O Arjuna, you declare that my devotee will never perish. Because if I say something, I sometimes even not follow my word. If my devotee is in trouble, or if I have to protect my devotee, then I care more for the devotee than for my own words. So I may break my promises in such a situation. But Kaunteya pratijanihi name bhaktah pranashyati. You declare that my devotee will never perish, because I am always eternally available to take care of my devotees, right? So there is Poshana. That's the fourth canto is dealing with this. Poshana. Yeah. And then Utihi. Utihi means the urge for creation. How did this entire universe get created? Right? The entire universe gets created because there was a desire by the Supreme Personality of Godhead. And then he glances, through Shiva being the glance, he glances on Maya Devi. And in this way, the Mahatattva is created. Then the five gross elements are created: earth, water, fire, and ether. The entire material substance is created. Right? So that Uti means the urge for creation, or the initiative power, which is the cause of all the creation. That is the next subject matter, which is called Uti. Then Manvantara. You all know Manvantaras, right? Even in Bhagavad Gita, there is a very wonderful description of the Manvantaras. Manvantaras are rulers, right? They are controllers. They are called Manus. And currently we are under the rule of Swayambhuva Manu, right? So what do these Manus do? These Manus are leaders of mankind, right? They tell us what are the principles to be followed. There is this Manu Samhita, which talks about the rules and regulations to be practiced by people in general, if they want to evolve, if they want to grow, right? And if they want to go into the higher levels of destinations beyond this earthly planet, then this Manu Samhita gives actually the steps by which one can elevate one's life, right? And then slowly evolve into various lokas which are above the earthly planets. The next topic is Ishanukatha. Ishanukatha is the wonderful narration of the pastimes of the Lord. Right? Janma karma cha me divyam evam yoveti tatvataha tyaktva deham punarjanma naiti mameti so Arjuna. So Krishna is saying Janma karma cha me divyam. My appearance and my activities are all transcendental. So the activities and the appearance of the Lord which are described in Srimad Bhagavatam, the special cantos which talking about the appearance of various incarnations of the Lord, right? Whether it is Kapiladev, or whether it is Narsinghadev, or whether it is Prithu Maharaj, right? They are all incarnations of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Right? And there are so many life lessons also that we can learn, right? Which are also given in Manu Samhita. But important lessons from the rule of Prithu Maharaj, from Narsinghdev's appearance, the life of Prahlad Maharaj, right? So Ishanu Katha is never exclusive Katha of the Lord. Ishanu Katha also includes the Katha of his pure devotees, because Bhakti and Bhagavan are never separable. Right? Where there is bhakti, there is always a bhakta and Bhagavan. Right? Bhakti is the process of loving devotional service between bhakta and Bhagavan. That is Ishanukatha. Right? Matchitta matkata prana bodhayanta parasparam kadayanta shamam nityam tushyanti cha ramanti cha. So how do devotees relish the various pastimes of the Lord? It is by studying Srimad Bhagavatam, by studying Chaitanya Charitamrita, that we relish the pastimes of the Lord, and we also relish the pastimes of those devotees who are completely surrendered unto the Lord. Then the eighth topic that is also covered in Srimad Bhagavatam is called Nirodha. Right? Finally, what happens? Everything gets wound up, isn't it? This material world, whatever is created in this material world, whether it is Jiva, who is born in this material world, also has to die. Dehinosam yata dehe kaumaram yauvanam jara tata dehantara praptir. So everything in this material world has got a manufacture date and an expiry date. So so if this material body is bound to perish at a particular point in time, so dhira, or a sober person, is not bewildered by such a change, right? The winding up of the material nature also happens, right? Krishna says, Maya adhyakshena prakriti suetesa characharam. What is that? Jagad vipari vartate, right? Krishna says this material universe again and again is created and annihilated, right? That annihilation is also performed by the Supreme Lord. Now, that's called Nirodha. And then the ninth topic is called Mukti. Right? Mukti, what is Mukti? Mukti is not merging into the Brahman. Mukti is not Salokya, Sarupya, Sarshti. Right? Mukti is not Sayujya. Right? Mukti means Mukti hitvanyatha rupam swarupena vyavastitihi. To become engaged in the transcendental loving service of the Lord. That is actually mukti, Jivan Muktaha. Even in this body, one can be liberated if one is engaged in the devotional service of the Lord. And finally, the 10th topic is the Ashraya Tattva. Right? And here Prabhupada talks about Ashraya and Ashritva. Right? Ashraya means one who is giving shelter. Ashritva means one who is taking shelter. Right? Nityo Nityanam, Chetanas Chetananam, Eko Bahunam Yo Idadati Kaman. Krishna is only shelter for everybody. Right? And Ashrita means those who are taking shelter of that Supreme Personality of Godhead, Lord Sri Krishna. So we are all under the shelter of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. So these are the 10 subject matters that Srimad Bhagavatam is delineating. Okay. Let's go ahead. Text number 93. Ashraya janite kahi yena va padhartha yena vera utpatti hetu se ashrayartha. Okay, Shobha Mataji, please go ahead.
Hare Krishna Mataji, Dandavat Pranam, Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Synonyms: Ashraya, the ultimate shelter; Jnanite, to know; Kahi, I discuss. A, these; Nava, 9; Pada, Artha, categories. A, these; Navera, of the 9; Utpatti, of the origin; Hetu, cause; Sei, that; Ashraya, of the shelter; Artha, the meaning. Translation by A.C. Bhaktivedanta Prabhupada ki jai. To know distinctly the ultimate shelter of everything that be. I have described the other 9 categories. The cause of the appearance of these 9 is rightly called their shelter. Hare Krishna Mataji.
Yeah. So why does the Lord appear? The Lord appears to give shelter to his devotees. Right? So we know this wonderful verse, right? What is that verse? यदा यदा हि धर्मस्य ग्लानिर्भवति भारत अभ्युत्थानाम् अधर्मस्य तदात्मानं सृजाम्यहं परित्राणाय साधूनां विनाशाय च दुष्कृतां धर्म संस्थापनार्थाय संभवामि युगे युगे. So paritranaya sadhunam, that is the main objective of the Lord's appearance. The Lord appears to give pleasure to his devotees, to protect his devotees, right? And that is why the devotee knows nobody else other than the Lord as their shelter. And the Lord also does not he can even break his own word if he has to give shelter to his devotee. If he has to give protection to Bhishma Pitamaha, if he has to give protection to Arjuna, then he will lift the wheel of the chariot, like the previous chapter reading. And Bhagavatam we were reading the previous chapter. So he will pick up the chariot wheel and he will run towards Bhishma Pitamaha, forgetting his own promise that I am not supposed to take a weapon in this battlefield of Kurukshetra. But protecting of the devotees is a higher principle, right? That is why, according to time, place, and circumstances, we also need the guidance, right? Because it's not black and white. Within devotional service, there's a lot of gray area, right? Sometimes we are being tricked by our mind. So that is why we always have to be under the guidance of Guru, Shastra, and Sadhu. So that in those gray situations, we know what is the right kind of action to be taken. So here also, that's why Ashraya Tattva is being explained. Krishna Eka Sarva Ashraya, Krishna Sarva Dhama, Krishnera Sharira Sarva Vishwera Vishrama. Karpavali Mataji, go ahead. Synonyms?
Krishna, Dandatna Mataji. Synonyms: Krishna, Lord Krishna, Eka, one, Sarva Ashraya, a shelter of all. Krishna, Lord Krishna, Sarvadhama, the abode of all. Krishnera, of Lord Krishna, Sarire, in the body, Sarva Visvera, of all the universe, Visrama, resting place. Translation by A.C. Bhaktivedanta Prabhupada ki jai. The personality of Godhead Sri Krishna is the shelter and abode of everything. All the universes rest in his body.
Yeah. Matstani sarva bhutani nachaham teshu avastitah. So Krishna tells in Bhagavad Gita, right? Matstani sarva bhutani. Right? All the living beings are resting in me, but I am not in them, like that. Dashame dashamam lakshyam ashritashraya vigraham Shri Krishnakyam param dhama jagat dhama namamitat. Anyone else wants to read?
Shall I continue, Mataji?
Yes, okay, go ahead.
Dasami, in the 10th canto, Dasamam, the 10th subject matter, Lakshyam, to be seen, Ashrita, of the shelter, Ashraya, of the shelter, Vigaram, who is the form, Sri Krishna Akyam, known as Lord Krishna or Lord Sri Krishna, Param Supreme, Dhamma abode, Jagat Dhamma, the abode of the universes. Namami, I offer my obeisances that to him. Translation by Mataji, slightly scroll up. Mataji, okay. And translation and purport by A.C. Bhaktivedanta Prabhupada ki jai. The 10th canto of Srimad Bhagavatam reveals the 10th object, that's Supreme Personality of Godhead, who is the shelter of all surrendered souls. He is known as Sri Krishna, and he is the ultimate source of all the universe. Let me offer my obeisances unto him. Purport. This quotation comes from Sridhara Swami commentary on the first verse of the 10th canto, chapter 1 of Srimad Bhagavatam.
Yeah, text number 96. Yeah, we all know Krishna is only Ashraya and everyone else is Ashritya. They're taking shelter of that Supreme Personality of Godhead. Krishnera Swarupa Ara Shakti Traya Jnana Yara Haya Tara Nahi Krishneta Ajnana. Krishnera Swarupa Ara Shakti Traya Jnana Yara Haya Tara Nahi Krishneta Ajnana. Yes, Mataji, go ahead.
Synonyms: Krishnera of Lord Krishna, Sarupa, the real nature, Ara and Shakti Traya of the three energies, Jnana, knowledge, Yandra, whose Haya, there is Tandra, of whom Nahi, there is not, Krishnate, in Lord Krishna, Ajnana, ignorance. Translation by A.C. Bhaktivedanta and purport by the A.C. Bhaktivedanta Prabhupada ki jai. One who knows the real features of Sri Krishna and his three different energies cannot remain ignorant about him. Purport. Sri Jiva Goswami states in the Bhagavata Sandarbha 16 that by his potencies, which act in natural sequences beyond the scope of the speculative human mind, the Supreme transcendence, the Samam Bonam eternally and simultaneously exists in four transcendental features: his personality, his impersonal effulgence, personality of his potency of living beings, and the principal cause of all causes. The supreme whole is compared to the sun, which also exists in four features, namely the personality of sun god, the glare of his glowing sphere, the sun rays inside the sun planet, and the sun's reflection in many other objects. The ambitions to corroborate the existence of the transcendental absolute truth by limited conjunctional endeavors cannot be fulfilled because he is beyond the scope of our limited speculative minds. In an honest search for truth, we must admit that his powers are inconceivable to our tiny brains. The exploration of space has demanded the work of the greatest scientists of the world, yet there are countless problems regarding even fundamental knowledge of the material creation that bewilder the scientists who confront them. Such material knowledge is far removed from the spiritual nature, and therefore acts and arrangements of the absolute truth are beyond all doubts inconceivable. The primary potencies of the absolute truth are mentioned to be three: internal, external, and marginal. By the acts of his internal potency, the personality of Godhead in his original form exhibits the spiritual cosmic manifestation known as the Vaikuntha Lokas, which exists eternally even after the destruction of the material cosmic manifestation. By his marginal potency, the Lord expands himself as living beings who are part of him, just as the sun distributes its rays in all directions. By his external potency, the Lord manifests the material creation, just as the sun with its rays creates fog. The material creation is but preserve the reflection of the eternal Vaikuntha nature. These three energies of the absolute truth are also described in Vishnu Purana, where it is said that the living being is equal in quality into the internal potency, whereas the external potency is indirectly controlled by the chief cause of all causes. Maya, the illusory energy, misleads the living being as fog, misleads a pedestrian by blocking of the light of the sun. Although the potency of Maya is inferior in quality to the marginal potency, which consists of the living beings who are part and parcel of the Lord, it nevertheless has the power to control the living beings, just as just as fog can block the actions of certain portion of sun rays, although it cannot cover the sun. The living beings covered by the illusory energy evolved in different species of life, with bodies ranging from that of an insignificant ant to that of Brahma, the constructor of the cosmos. The Pradhana, chief cause of all causes, is the impersonal vision, is none other than the Supreme Lord, whom one can see face to face in the internal potency. He takes the material all-pervasive form by his inconceivable power. Although all three potencies, namely the internal, external, and the marginal, are essential one and the ultimate issue, they are different in action, like electric energy, which can produce both cold and heat under different conditions. External and marginal potencies are also called under the various conditions, but in original internal potencies, there are no such conditions, nor it is possible for the conditions of the external potency to exist in the marginal or vice versa. One who is able to understand the intricacies of all these energies of the Supreme Lord can no longer remain an empiric impersonalist under the influence of a poor fund of knowledge. Thank you, Mataji. Thank you.
Wonderful, right? So either we can be under the three modes of material nature, or we can be under the Antaranga Shakti of the Lord. Samvit Shakti, Sandhini Shakti, and Ladini Shakti of the Lord. If you are under the potency of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, then what happens? Automatically, we are all the time engaged in the devotional service of the Lord. Right? Because we are now situated as per our constitutional position, we are Tatastha Shakti of the Lord. Right? Because we are the Tatastha Shakti of the Lord, sometimes you want to serve the Lord, sometimes you want to enjoy the senses. So like that we are swaying, just like the banks of the river, right? Sometimes it's wet and sometimes it's dry, right? But we have the potency to always want to be situated in the Antaranga Shakti of the Lord and never come to the Bahiranga Shakti of the Lord. That means whenever Yat Karoshi Dashnashe Joshi Dadasiyat Yat Tapashvasi Kaunteya Tat Kurushva Madarpanam. If you offer every thought, word, and deed in the service of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, in that situation, we will be eternally situated in the Tatastha Shakti, or we will be eternally situated in the Antaranga Shakti of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Grantaraj Shri Chaitanya Charitamrita ki jai. Shri Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami Maharaj ki jai. So we've come into 97th verse. There are about, I think, 109 verses. So next Thursday we will complete it because time is short. I think 121 verses are there. Okay. So we'll complete it next Thursday. Today is Friday. So Monday again we'll meet for Bhagavad Gita at 1:15 p.m. And tomorrow, of course, we'll meet every day at 4:30 a.m. for our Brahma Muhurta chanting session. So do join us for one or more rounds as per your availability and convenience. Amma Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prestaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Iti Namine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvisesha-shunyavadi Asatyadishodharine Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Sivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Jaya Gauranitai Jai Jai Jagannath Jai Baladev Jai Jai